check 1, 2, 3. Okay. Podcast episode 12, travel, title to be determined. With our guest Dylan, of course. Starting in 3, 2, 1. And welcome back, everybody. I hope you are all doing lovely and are ready for an exciting podcast episode this time around with our guest Dylan. He'll be chiming in real quick, but we're bringing him back for one more time. See how it goes. This time around, we'll be talking about traveling, what it means to us, what crazy trips have Chandler and Dylan gone on, and the one kind of cool trip I've gone on, and we'll go from there. It'll be a pretty relaxed podcast episode as always. But first, I'm Paradox.
Oh, and I'm a Trap. What's up?
Jesus.
And we have a guest.
For your
guest.
Yes, Dylan,
Hello.
please. Guest
Hello.
one.
Thanks for having me.
Hello. We'll just do our check-ins real quick. Dylan, do you want to check in first? How have you been since our last encounter?
I've been good. Just hanging in there with everything being closed. Although some things are opening. And then
tattoo time.
Yeah, tattoo time. Working.
Yeah.
Working out.
Oh yeah.
Making music.
Yes. Making music.
Making love.
Yes.
With me.
Yeah.
Oh. The spices are. No, it's like we never ended the 6th.
Speaking of making love, I have a story. Or just I get really a question to kick off the podcast.
Okay.
Have you? Okay, so I had a memory come back to me the other day. Have you ever came on your iPod Touch, or on a picture of something? I'm not saying I did this.
Well,
no, I'm aware that I'm.
Yes. Well, I had an iPod Touch, so I mean.
Was it accidental, or was it oh yeah, I'm good?
I mean,
no.
I could say it's accidental.
End of the story. I came on the iPod Touch on purpose. All right. That's what I'm saying happened to me.
Yeah, I feel like there's been some residual splash off. This splash zone.
Like you're at SeaWorld with a splash zone. You gotta get a cum guard for your phone.
I never had an iPod though, so.
Really?
No,
Not even a Nano or something?
I had not.
No.
Did you ever an MP3?
I had an iPod.
No. Well, no.
If I could find my old MP3, it'd be all Linkin Park.
Oh, yes.
And then some other. I think I had Lady Gaga on there too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Slipknot.
She's a gamer.
Is she really a gamer?
Yeah. She did Pickle Rick today. And she also I think a couple of days ago she said Poggers on Twitter too. So she's basically a gamer.
I mean, you don't have to watch games on Twitch.
True.
You can watch.
Yeah, people literally just show their titties on there.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I mean, Chandler, we've talked about it, and with Dylan as a guest here and there with our OnlyFans.
I know we would. I'm trying to get it started.
I know. Let me build my PC first.
Let me build my PC.
Bada bing, bada boom.
You don't need a
Fuck you.
Why do you need a new PC?
This is a premium OnlyFans.
It's I want the highest quality,
FPS
obviously.
OnlyFans video.
Yes, I want real time everything. Yes. Oh my god. So Dylan, that's great to hear. I'm glad everything's going well for you, and you're balling out as usual. Chandler, how are you?
I'm great. That's pretty much it. Yeah, nice. School started, so I don't know. It's been raining too much.
How's that going?
It has.
Me and Dylan were gonna hang out, and then it rained all day. Tropical. I think it was a tropical storm or something like that.
I tried to do some outdoor biking today, and it was really muddy, and I got all muddy. It looked like a little pig.
A little what? It just cut out.
He went a little pig.
A little pig.
Oh, I thought you said a little poo.
That too.
No, I don't know. Yeah, it's just been raining way too much. I wanted to go ride bikes, and every time it's just pouring down rain.
Right, you did make a pretty big investment when it comes to mountain bikes.
Not as much as a lot of them are. A lot of them are $5,000, $3,000.
You saying that's not a big investment?
No, like $700. I spent like $600 on that.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
But the other, the top tier ones are insanely expensive.
Well, that is just great to hear. I hope you get some biking in too. We have some pretty nice weather up here, so hopefully we start moving down towards that way. But yeah, no, I've just been hanging out, chilling, waiting to record the podcast, working out as usual, and yeah, that's about it. Nothing special. Real quick shout out to everyone listening. Thank you for getting us over 100 plays. Woo. We are now pushing to 150. We're at 135 right now, so thank you again for your support. Dylan, thank you for your support, because I know you are always chiming in.
He's our biggest fan.
Giving us great points. He really is.
I love you guys.
Oh, thanks. But we'll get into our question from question below the treehouse with Craig giving us the thing here. Coming along, we have a question from one of our listeners / viewers. If you were stuck on an island and you had to choose one specific piece of media, aka like an album, a movie, a video game, etc., to entertain yourself for the rest of your life, what would you choose?
First, I think we should answer like all three, like one album, one movie, one video game.
That's yeah.
Okay.
Deal.
Oh yeah, Dylan. I was about to say you probably know this question really well, right? Hint, hint. Not
what are you talking about, bro?
He was the viewer.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Okay, way to break the fourth wall. Okay. Yeah, no, Chandler, I think that's a good idea.
I think we should.
I only thought about the video game.
Well, you can start with video game first. Like you each say the video game we want, and then.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Chandler, do you want to go first?
Why do I gotta go first?
Do you have one?
Yeah, I'll go first.
I know what Dylan's gonna say.
Oh,
you know, all right. Dylan, guess what mine's gonna be, and I'll tell you.
It's either gonna be Star Fox or Animal Crossing.
Hell no. I like those games, but like, I don't think they have that much replayability.
Would it be Monster Hunter?
That was like my second choice, but my first choice would be Skyrim.
Really? I would never go for
Skyrim.
Makes sense.
So much replayability.
Do you have mods on this island? On this?
That's a good point.
Did you download it all on a hard drive? And just,
if it didn't have mods, I would go with Monster.
See, it's like the mods, but like they sorry to get into it a little bit more, but they could have done that with like Fallout 4 if they would have done it right. I would still be playing Fallout 4 right now.
If I could have modded Skyrim on the island, I'd do that. And if mods were not allowed, I'd go with Monster Hunter World, to be specific.
That was fun. I watched you play it. It looked good.
There's a lot of grinding to be done.
I love grinding.
It's a fun grind.
So Paradox, what would you have to say?
For video games? I'd probably say it's a DS game that I played.
iDog. Or what, Nintendogs.
Picto Chat.
Both of those amazing.
You could send a dick pic.
Yeah, you could Picto Chat like the Coast Guard in SOS.
That's true.
Yeah, and
that's good. That's smart.
Yeah, but then all the fun's gone.
And then you can send them one of the animations of like the one that everyone did was like a fat person like diving off a diving board or something like that. You remember that?
Do we have internet on this island?
Yeah.
We do.
We got a Wi-Fi connection.
I mean, if you're trying I better say if you're trying to play Skyrim or Monster Hunter, I'm guessing you need.
We got a hotspot, not for Skyrim,
right?
Nah, you can do Monster Hunter single player, but it's like not as fun.
Fair.
So we do have internet.
We have a hotspot. Yeah.
Is there is this one of these hotspots that like is really shitty?
No, this is a good one.
Okay.
It probably goes. No,
this is high speed. This is Google Fiber.
Oh my
Google
god.
Fiber hotspots.
That's good to know.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, I would probably pick Pokemon Black or Pokemon White 2.
That's
like my
choice.
Pokemon game. Or because those are my favorite. Or I do Kingdom Hearts 365.
What the hell? Why would you pick that one? That's the DS one, right?
Yeah. Yep.
That one. I remember I got the remastered on the PS3, and it was like, oh, it comes to 365/2 remastered, and I was like, oh shit.
Right.
And then you get in the game, and it's just cutscenes. It's
Yeah, that's
all
all
the
it is.
cutscenes in the game.
Well,
No game.
yeah, I mean, the game, obviously, as Chandler's roasted me multiple times, Kingdom Hearts is nothing too big to write home about.
It is
But I
the
remember that
weirdest
game,
crossover.
I was able to grind that game like extremely, like a lot, just because you can always get all the different keyblades, all that shit, so forth and so
ultimate
on.
weapon.
And then
Beat Sephiroth.
yeah, ultimate weapon, yeah. Oh yeah,
That shit was
this guy
hard.
knows it. Hell yeah, it was. And then I'd obviously pick Pokemon just because like completing the decks, like try to get perfect Pokemon, IVs, shinies, that kind of shit. That
could last you for a long time.
I've
It
played
really could.
at some point of time in my life, I played all the Pokemon games. Never once gotten a shiny ever.
Like, oh,
I used to shiny hunt. And I never got one either. I got like the hacked ones over like Wonder Trade. That's the only ones I ever got.
Nice.
For the game, I would do World of Warcraft.
What if you didn't have an internet connection?
I don't know. That's hard. I want to say Animal Crossing, but I kind of got bored with the new Animal Crossing. If I'm being real with you.
Yeah, I'd probably bring New Leaf. I'd bring New Leaf over the new one.
I probably would bring New Leaf too, but I don't know. It'd have to be a PS2 game. I'd have to bring with me, like Battlefront 2. Maybe I could just make up like endless scenarios of like wars going on in Battlefront 2. I used to do that all the time because I didn't have internet like on my PS2, like a connection.
Yeah,
so
you could get the PC. The PC version is still like popping for Battlefront 2.
Really?
On Steam, yeah.
It really is.
I might just have to get that then.
It's easy.
See, I would
like
do that.
$5. I have it.
Or there was I forgot what Spyro it was. There was a Spyro game on PS2 that I loved.
Was it A New Beginning?
I feel like I had Moon in the title, but it might have been A New Beginning.
I know that. Okay, it was like A New Beginning, and then like Eternal Moon or something like that.
I think it was Eternal Moon because I just remember Moon being the title. I remember that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it had like the purple bitch dragon.
Yeah, and maybe even Mario Kart, the newest Mario Kart. That'd be fun to bring. I don't know. I know what a book Dylan would bring. Warriors.
Shut the fuck up. All right, so Chandler called me a furry at one point in time on this podcast. That's not true.
It is. I remember him having a video on his YouTube channel.
Let me just put it on the record. Not true.
It makes you feel better. Warriors as a little kid was like one of the only books.
I mean, it was kind of badass.
It's the only one you could read.
It was kind of, bro, I mean,
if you didn't read Geronimo Stilton, get the fuck out of here.
All right, I gotta leave.
Read that. But yeah, no,
how do you not read Geronimo Stilton?
I don't even know what that is.
Are you kidding me?
I'll Google it.
You know what it is. It was like in every teacher's little library area.
When you say Geronimo Stilton, I just think of a guy named Native American guy on stilts. That's what I think of.
What? Chief Geronimo Stilton? Anyway, what movie?
But yeah, no, Warriors slapped. Warriors slapped. What movie? I'd probably do Thor Ragnarok.
You are pissing me off.
Yeah, does steal yours? How do you feel?
No, I don't want to take a fucking Marvel movie.
Why not? That one's hilarious.
All
right, I know mine. Just because I would say Pulp Fiction. Just because, like, every time I watch Pulp Fiction, I like see something new.
He just wants it for the gimp scene.
Yeah, that too. And
you need some kind of like stimulus. I would say A Clockwork Orange for me.
I guess. Probably. Oh, yeah, I saw that coming.
Shut up. Either that or like God, I don't even know. I'm trying to think of like a happy movie.
Ice Age. Ice Age 2.
No, I think Ice Age just pisses me off more than
Ice Age. What's the name of Ice Age 2? Ice Age 3, the Dinosaur Age.
I think it's like Ice Age, the end.
Is it
Ice Age 2? I think it's just Ice Age 2.
New Ice.
New Ice.
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
More ice. We got a whole lot of fucking ice.
Let's see. Ice Age 2.
Yo, stop.
The Meltdown.
Ice Age. Yeah. The Meltdown.
It's where there's a nuclear power plant.
Yo, 57 on Rotten Tomatoes though. Not good. No, I mean, not bad.
And then there's Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs.
Ice Age 4, Big Mammoth Cock.
Continental Drift,
okay.
Actually. I didn't even know if it was a
Close.
Yeah, there's that fourth one. I think it had Queen Latifah in it.
Cock.
Or Nicki Minaj or someone.
No, they just kept going with it.
But I have maybe Wally too. I like Wally.
Oh, that's a good one.
Wally's good.
A lot of people don't like Wally.
It's too real for them.
I know. I think that's what it is. They're like that Pixar. That's the worst Pixar movie. I'm like, have you seen Toy Story 3?
Really? Ooh, what?
Well, that one. I haven't really. I've seen it. I've seen parts of it, but
all right. Best Pixar movie. Go.
Incredibles.
Oh, shit, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Do you like the second one?
Oh, the second one was popping too, but I would just go with the first. Just the original.
I'd say either probably Monsters Inc.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
See,
yeah, that or Wally. I watched Monsters Inc. the other day and I forgot how good it was.
Mike Wazowski is funny.
She slaps.
I know he is. Except the little baby kind of pisses me off a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, because she's like, Kitty! Like, shut the fuck up.
Oh my god. She's a kid.
Yeah, I know. I don't like kids.
Oh, yeah, I forget. Alright. Last but not least, album. I know this is... I'll go first. Give you guys...
I know what you're going to pick.
I would probably...
Me Queen album.
Yeah, right? You already know. Dylan Brother. No, what?
It's not?
I don't even know.
No, it'd be EA by...
Really?
Easy.
That's what you pick out of everything?
Hell yeah, dog.
Insane.
I know. I'd put a coconut
AKA, I would ascend.
You'd beat your stereo with a coconut.
Either that or the Peaceful Easy Feeling album by the Eagles. I'd say those two.
I don't know. This is a hard one. I didn't think about this one.
I would say it's gonna be extremely hard.
I'd bring Rue Milton by Bedroom Division.
Yeah. 2 years ago, I looked in the mirror.
I was on an island and
I sailed away. I would pick Twin Fantasy, 2000, the newest one. I think it's a 2018 release.
Twin Fantasy
by Car Seat Headrest.
That's pretty solid.
That's what I think.
Okay, that's what I figured. I honestly don't. I'm like looking through albums right now, and I'm having a challenge here.
I think the album's the hardest one to pick out of everything.
Culture 2 by Migos.
Yeah, I would bring that.
Oh my god.
Or maybe a Igor or a Flower Boy would be a good one too.
Igor's good. Shit.
I wish you would have went to that concert with me, Dylan. That was amazing.
Yeah, you didn't invite me, fucker.
Well, listen.
I'd bring one of the Boy Pablo albums, either Soy Pablo or Roy Pablo.
Really? I thought you were gonna pick a Beatles album.
I mean, I thought about Nirvana, Beatles, and Boy Pablo.
What's your favorite Beatles album?
Rubber Soul.
Really?
Yeah.
What about Nirvana album? There's not a lot to pick from. So.
In Utero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. I think we answered all that.
Wait, we didn't say book.
AKA
book.
Was book on there?
No, but you said something about a book, and then maybe.
Okay.
Oh, now we go. He wants to show off his book.
Basically. I don't go.
Shit, I don't know how to read books.
I thought you had one.
Harry Potter.
That's a good one, though. Which one?
6th one.
What was that one? That was Half Prince.
That one's my favorite. That's a good one.
Prisoner of Azkaban's the best movie and the best book, in my opinion.
Yeah, that one's a really good one.
Sirius Black is the best character in Harry Potter.
I didn't even think about Harry Potter or one of the.
Okay, let's say. Okay, would you just bring the whole series? Can you do that? Is that allowed?
Yeah, bring the box and just get a whole box.
Give me the box set, boss.
Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings? For me. I don't know that many books.
Yeah. I mean, I would probably.
I would bring the Bible.
I don't know.
Old Testament or New Testament?
King James, baby.
That's not what I.
Bro, that's the whole thing.
I don't know which one. I don't know. What's the difference?
Oh my god, just stop talking.
Is there alternate endings or something? What am I missing?
No, just oh my god, Taylor, just answer the question, please.
It's like Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What would I pick?
Right.
Either Catcher in the Rye or The Fountainhead by Ayn Rand.
Works. Mine would be How to Fly a Horse by Kevin Nash.
Can you fly a horse? How do you fly a horse? Do you find it at the end?
I thought you were about to say How to Train Your Dragon.
The first one or the second one?
That movie, yeah. Talking about the sleeper movie. What about the third?
There's a third one. Yeah.
I only saw the first.
Hell yeah.
Hiccup.
First one was good enough. Yo, I am Hiccup. DBH.
Was Hiccup the dude or the dragon?
The dragon was toothless.
Hiccup was the dude.
I don't know.
The dragon was toothless.
Nick kind of does look like Hiccup now that I think about it.
No, he looks like McLovin.
I do, yeah. Oh my god.
A beefed up McLovin.
No, the guy in the Wallows that was in 13 Reasons Why. That's what he looks like.
Oh, you mean Clay? Yeah, I do look like Clay. I've gotten that multiple times.
No, I just told you that multiple times.
Okay. Jesus Christ. All right. Well,
should we get on to the topic?
Dylan, thank you for. Yes, we should. We're 25 minutes in. Dylan, thank you for providing the question. I appreciate you. If anyone else wants to provide questions, please just DM me or the podcast account on Instagram or reach out to us on Reddit, all the social medias and stuff like that. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Ratings help too. And hopefully your question will appear in that segment or maybe a guest in the future. But Dylan had to suck some major dick to get here. So
a lot.
And by major, it's mine.
Okay, so the topic this week is going to be about traveling. Chandler and I decided that we should probably bring Dylan on just because a lot of the trips that Chandler's been on.
He's my travel buddy. He's my driver.
Travel buddies.
He's my day one.
Yeah, I'm about to say. So, those tag team when it comes to traveling, kind of like the music. I feel like all of us had a very good, interesting take on music, but Chandler and Dylan were able to bounce off each other really well and also be in the band. Provides a lot of interesting facts. So, starting off with the topic this time around.
Disgusting.
Starting off with the topic this time around. Let's just. Do you guys want to do just what? Not all the trips you've done, because I'm guessing you guys have done a shit ton of trips. But maybe top 3 that you've done.
We could probably just start from the beginning. Because we only started 2018.
Yeah, the graduating year of high school.
Yeah,
that was our first trip in New York.
Right.
So the first trip we went on was it was kind of spontaneous. It was Chandler and I, and then 2 of our friends drove to NYC.
It was spontaneous for me because you guys invited me like the last person.
Did we?
Damn.
Yeah. You were like, hey, we're all going. Did you want to go? I was like, yeah, I want to fucking go.
I don't remember that.
I think New York could fill up literally a whole episode. So we got to be careful what we choose to speak about.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we drove there. We were very inexperienced as far as traveling goes. So
he sped past a fucking what's the booth and it took a picture of his license plate.
Toll booth.
Okay, so
that was confusing.
I didn't know what the Easy Pass was. at the time.
Yeah,
it was the only lane open though.
And I was like, well, I gotta go. I gotta go through here, I guess. And I did, and they sent me like a $30 ticket.
No, it was late at night, and those were the only lanes that were open. And a guy behind us kept honking his horn, like, go. And we were like, I don't think we're allowed to go through this one. But it was the only one open. So it's like, we had to get a ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, once you go past the Mason-Dixon line, you hit a bunch of toll roads.
Yeah, it's and the roads aren't even good. I don't know what the payment's going to.
Not. They just do it to get your money, basically.
We also, on the way there, we went to DC.
Oh yeah, DC was amazing.
We were there for like 4 hours?
Not even. It was less than that
because we had to get to our Airbnb by a certain time. But anyway, we went there, went to New York. We stayed in Jersey City, which is like just across the bay. Not the best area, but
exciting.
Little white boys in Jersey City.
Yeah, one was wearing super tall socks, and we didn't look. We could have been gang raped.
To say the least, you guys did not fit.
No.
We looked like a group of kids from like a Netflix original coming. Story.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my god.
Yeah, so we did the New York stuff, Subway, World Trade Center, pizza, gay sex.
There was a lot of the.
Always.
Well, that's kind of when we discovered. When we got there, we discovered about the cat. What was the cowboy thing? 13 Naked Cowboys. Ram Ranch. That's what it's called. Yeah. And the other guy that went with us would constantly play that on like a speaker.
Yes, and every time the guy would say a line, he would repeat the line.
He's like 13 hard cowboys, and then he'd say 13 hard cowboys. It's like we know what it's gonna say.
Jesus Christ!
And then we also
terrible.
Yeah, they were in it was a futon. It's a little apartment in Jersey City, and it smelled weird. But anyway,
it smelled like a gas line.
It was still pretty nice though. Like it was really cheap and it was nice and everyone was comfortable. We had a futon and then a bed, and so some homies had to sleep with each other, but that's all right.
Yeah, me.
What you gotta do?
And then, actually, I'm surprised I didn't sleep with you, Chandler.
Yeah, I don't think we were as close as we are now.
That's very true. It was.
I think you were like better friends with Jesse at the time.
And then one of our fellow travelers played a lot of Devil May Cry because
I think that's all he did.
Our Airbnb had a PS3 in it, and
nice.
He had like Devil May Cry 3 and like Madden.
When we were going to sleep, I remember we watched the movies. We watched Her and then Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and then we binge watch Impractical Jokers.
That's a good show.
New York's a little harder to talk about because most of the stories that we have from New York aren't about us. It's about things that happen to other people, like tossing piss in a cup out of a window, punching a door, then having to pay for it. All that was not us, but it did happen.
So would you say a very good first experience with traveling?
I had a great time.
Exciting or unique?
Amazing. It got us hooked, I think.
We hit everything, basically almost everything we wanted to do in a small amount of time.
I think we did hit everything we wanted to do.
I'm sure there was something else.
I don't think we did Empire State Building, but like,
no, we didn't do that.
When you go to the top of the World Trade Center, it's like same kind of deal,
Yeah, I think. Yeah, how long we made? Was it a week and some change?
4 days.
It wasn't even a week. We were going at it.
Yeah, Statue of Liberty.
Freedom Tower.
Freedom Tower was amazing.
Yeah. We got the New York style pizza. What else did we do? Central Park.
Statue of Liberty. Did you say that? Liberty Island.
Yeah.
Did you go to the big zoo there?
The zoo. We didn't, but I forgot who wanted to go.
Me and Jesse wanted to go, and you and Wesley were like,
because it was $20 extra, and I was like, I don't want to pay $20 to go into a zoo. I'll see these.
When are we going to be? Okay, never mind.
Look, if you would have said like this is where Madagascar was filmed, I would have been all for it.
Madagascar took place in San Diego Zoo.
No, it wasn't in Central Park. Because remember they go through that little the terminal.
Craig,
get on. I'm not even asking Craig because I know it's in New York.
No, wait. I thought he was in the San Diego Zoo.
Don't worry.
Oh, so they were in the Central Park Zoo, and then when they were on the island, they thought they were at San Diego.
Get your facts right. Get your Madagascar facts right.
Madagascar lore.
Craig does confirm that Chandler is right.
Fuck you, Craig.
So moving on from New York, we had a great time.
Also, real quick, Pokemon Center?
Yes.
No. Yeah.
Well, we thought it was a Pokemon Center, but it's just a Nintendo store.
It was very lackluster.
Yeah, it had a little Pokemon section in the Nintendo store. It was cool though.
Everything was overpriced.
Yeah.
I went to New York City when I was like super young.
We went to the Lego store.
The Lego store was sick. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Oh, was it? Nice.
Oh, I forgot Josh was there.
Yeah, Josh was there.
Yeah, we had one guy who lives in Pennsylvania, and he was going to meet us in New York. And we didn't. All I heard was that he was on his way. And we went to the Lego store, and we just saw him browsing Legos.
Yeah, that's how we found him.
That's how we found Josh.
Wait, so it wasn't even before like the designated
meetup time. He didn't give me any heads up. Like we just walked in there, and he's like, "Oh, hey guys."
Looking at I think he didn't want us to find out that he was like looking at Legos.
Oh shit! You found me.
That found me. But
that's for my little brother.
So New York, that was fun, and then after that,
nice.
For a trip that me and Dylan went on was Montreal, Canada.
Was that what we did after that?
Right.
Yeah, you guys went to Baltimore without me, but
oh yeah.
I'm gonna.
And Montreal that's a big time.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite one that we've done. We drove 13 hours from North Carolina to Canada.
We stopped in Scranton, Pennsylvania halfway.
We did. We stopped in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
How long were you in Canada?
Like 5 days.
We were going to be there a day later, but we left early.
Yeah,
because it's supposed to be a big snowstorm.
Which there was. So on the way to Canada, we stopped after about like 7 hours of driving at a hotel in Scranton. And then when we woke up, everything was covered in snow. Like how it was like 6 or 7 inches or something like that.
Yeah.
So that was kind of tough to drive in.
Going to Montreal, that whole trip was one big clusterfuck. At least getting there, there was so many. It was just the thing that would happen after and over and over and over again. But the breaks we got in between, like on the road trip, is phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's my memories we made just going there. We almost died, almost got into a crash because the snow on the road. We started fishtailing. Oh, that was scary.
It was scary.
We just started fishtailing, and then none of us said anything. And then 2 minutes after it happened, we were still silent, and we're like, "That was crazy."
I think we both
my heart was in my throat.
Accepted our death a little bit.
Yeah, I think we were ready to die.
Shit, it's about to happen.
Yeah, you just looked up. Yep. Interesting question though. Do you guys think with Montreal versus your New York trip, do you feel like the road, the trip to actually get there, made Montreal better or more exciting?
Yeah,
you think?
It was a lot more build up and anticipation, and crossing the border into Canada, and it's oh shit, everything's in French now. I can't read anything. It's
it was I didn't think I'd be scared, but I was a little scared going to a new country when we first got there because I was it's so I didn't think it'd be as different as it was.
Yeah, culture shock. Major culture shock.
Not even culture shock, but just the fact that we didn't have data at first, so we didn't know where we were going.
Shit, that was scary.
Stuff like that happening. And then after the experience we had at the border, I was like, well, fuck.
I guess we should probably talk about that.
And then we literally walked around 2 hours trying to find where our Airbnb was. Because it was so weird, underground malls and stuff is weird.
Okay, so I just brought so many things into my head. But I guess we'll start at the border crossing.
That's the big story.
Yeah. So we pulled up, and I guess the border crossing guy saw two like 18-year-olds with fresh passports, and I was like, this looks kind of suspicious.
By the way, there's no one going through the border this time. We're like the only ones, one of the only ones crossing the border to get into Canada. And I later found out, or I guess I don't really know if it was the reason, but when you're at the border and you act like suspicious can be just like when they ask you questions, they're gonna be like, "How long are you staying? What are you here for?" They're gonna ask you questions like that. You don't want to keep going on. You just want to say one-worded answers, and they'll let you on your way. But it's like if you keep going on and on and stuff about stuff, they're more likely to pull you over, apparently. And we kind of did that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't think we knew what we were doing.
No, we had no clue.
Yeah.
He's like, after we tell the guy what, answer all his questions, show him our papers, he's like, all right, go ahead and pull over to the little dock or whatever. And so we drive over there and we see, like, what was it, like 3 or 4 guys?
Four dudes
walking out, big boys talking in French. So we understood nothing.
Well, I was like, huh?
And they were like all slapping on gloves, like, how like evil scientists put on their gloves.
Like they hear the smacking sound, like they're tight gloves,
and they're just putting those on, and they tell us to get out of the car. And then when we get out of the car, he's like, "All right, give me your keys." And so then they basically just start searching.
At this point, we thought it was a normal thing. At least I did. I was like, does everyone have to do this?
Yeah. I mean, we didn't have anything.
No, we had nothing. All I had was like a vape.
Yeah.
Which I said, I was like, did they ask if like you have any nicotine products or drugs? And obviously, if you have drugs, you're not gonna say anything. But we didn't have that. I was just like, I have a vape. That's it, right? And so they start going. They go through every little piece. They bring out all your stuff out of the car, every single bag, every single thing they get out of the car, and they're not nice about it, right? They're messy. They're throwing stuff all over the fucking place, right? They're searching every part of the car, and we're just like, what the fuck? We don't have anything, right?
There's one guy like asking us very curt questions, like just like
it's like what you think an FBI investigator would be like. He's like, just the look on his face. He'd look up and he'd be like, "So you're here for leisure?" Like he's questioning it, but it's like he's like doubting everything we say.
He's like, "You got a job? You got a girlfriend?
Yeah, he did say that stuff, which is weird. I was like, I have a boyfriend.
He's just like questioning your alibi, I guess.
He's questioning everything about you and your whole existence. And I remember you're like, I'm a toy store associate.
Yeah. I worked at a toy store at the time. And they was like, where do you work? And then Chandler was like, oh, I'm a tech.
Yeah, I said something. Okay, I worked at Office Depot and worked on computers and sold stuff. But I told them, I was like, I said I'm like a tech salesman. I said that.
You said tech sales. You're like, yeah, I work in tech.
I'm in tech sales.
And then I was like, I work at a toy store.
So yeah, they're going through all your stuff, and they get to one of my bags, right? And they're like, "So when's the last time you smoked weed?" I'm like, I was like, I don't smoke weed. And it was like, of course, me and Dylan had before at that point, but we don't smoke weed. But we had done it before, so we answered, and we were like, we don't smoke weed. And he's like, so you've never smoked weed in your life? And I was like, well, yeah, we have. Like, we have before. And the guy is like, when was the last time? And I was like, I don't know, like 2 months ago. I don't know. What do you want me to say, right? And he was super aggressive about it. So they get done searching everything, and they're still super aggressive.
Okay, so whenever he asked that, he was also like, it's legal here, right? Like, if you do have, it's not a big deal.
I was like, but why are you making a big deal? He was making it like such a big deal.
He was.
And everything gets searched, and they bring us inside. And I'm like, oh fuck, are we not gonna be able to cross the border? That's what was going through my mind.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, why don't they just let us go? But no, we stayed inside. We waited for about like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, you guys are good.
Yeah, you just walked in, gave me my keys, and they're like, all right, you good to go. Have a good trip.
Yeah, so it was just like weird. I almost thought they just did it for fun. And I swear they stole one of my Switch games. I couldn't find it after.
Oh my god.
I think they did, those fuckers.
They were like speaking in French the whole time, so they could have been like,
steal this guy's game.
Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
I haven't got this.
I haven't unlocked all the characters yet. I need this.
So yeah, going through Canada, we got into Canada, and before we had went, my mom was like, "Hey, you probably need to get a cellular data plan for that would work over there, like a foreign one." And I had never thought about that. I was like,
"Yeah,
why do I need that? Whatever."
The whole time we were there, I had no service.
Yeah, so we got there, and service went out, and my data wasn't working either. Even though I had got the plan, it was like $5 extra a day to pay for it. And I had gotten it, but it wasn't working. I'm like, what do I do? And so I called up Verizon, and apparently I had to like go do these weird settings on my phone to change it, and then I get data, right? And we're going through, and Canada, when we went through, it was just one big construction zone, basically. When we got towards the city, there's no lines, there's nothing. Yeah. It's weird.
There's a lot of snow, a lot of like giant bridges.
It's a very hard place to drive in, which Dylan was driving, and I was like feeling anxiety just watching him drive because you literally can't see the lanes. There's like no lanes.
A lot of spots, the like paint for the lines was like just worn.
Yeah, it was gone, and there was that, and then so many one-way streets, and we don't read French, so I don't know what is what. And Dylan tries to go down a one-way street, and he's like, "Hey, yeah, go down this way." And then Dylan, I remember him just saying like, "Okay, thank you."
I think we're making it sound a lot shittier than it was because it was a really cool place.
Getting there when we first got there, it was shitty.
Yeah,
because we didn't have a place to park because the Airbnb person. Originally, we had a garage we could park in that came with the Airbnb, right?
Oh yeah.
She texts us like last minute and was like, "Oh, sorry, the garage clicker to open the garage like is lost or something or broke."
Yeah.
I was like, "So there's no way to open it?"
Nice.
So we have to go pay for parking in a parking deck, which we didn't know we could do.
Nice.
And
so
we had no currency either. So
yeah, that's what. For some reason, we thought that we couldn't use our credit cards in Canada.
Oh,
yeah, which you can do that. You can do that.
Yes, you can.
But so we were like, oh shit, we gotta like go to somewhere to exchange currency. So we were like, this is past 5 p.m. So like, banks are out of the question. And so we were like, where the fuck are we going to find a place to exchange currency? And so we like go in this like underground mall place, which is pretty cool.
And there's multiple of them. There's not just one. There's like,
I think weird. Like it's, I don't know what it's called. It was on like Rue St. Catherine or something like that. But we finally got to this currency exchange place, and they're like, yeah, we can only exchange cash. And I only had like $40, and so in our head we were like, well shit, we gotta live off of $40.
no bagels for us.
Montreal bagels are different. Anyway,
yeah, they're great.
So and so after, I can't remember, we asked someone.
We asked a guy it was like a weed dispensary type place inside the mall.
Yeah,
there's some like weed items.
We were like, asked something about currency exchange, and like, if you got a debit card, you can just go to ATM and it works. We were like, oh my god, all that time wasted for nothing.
No, I don't think anyone even told us that the ATMs work. We just kind of tried it and it did work.
I think I just swore someone told us.
No, because the guy, we asked one dude, and we just asked him where the currency exchange place, and he told us somewhere, and it was terrible directions. I don't know what the fuck he was on, but it was nowhere near where we needed to go, and we finally found it, and it was right next to an EB Games.
Welcome to EB Games.
Yeah, and there is an ATM, and like, I think we both were like, you want to try it just to see? And we did. And it worked, and we got money.
Yep, and then we were good. Then we got to our Airbnb. We sat down, we chilled, and it was that was whenever we could get into like vacation mode after all that shit was handled.
And let me tell you, there are some baddies in Montreal.
Oh my god.
You're not lying.
Like there was a group of them staying right next door to us. And I would remember I would do this thing. Yep. Oh, especially on Tinder. I forgot we were on Tinder during the Montreal stay. That was fun.
It was.
Lots of they love cocaine.
What?
The girls down there love cocaine, like all the Tinder girls.
Girls down there, you mean up?
How about you just shut the fuck up and let me talk, right?
So
I would do this thing. There was girls next door, and they were baddies. And like, if I heard them like going out, I would like go out of the door and like just do some dumb shit, like so they'd see me and be like, maybe they'd be interested.
Oh my god, that boy was desperate.
And Dylan was mad at me a lot of the trip because I stayed inside and played Switch a lot of the time.
Yeah, fucking.
Oh my god.
He's like, come out and walk with me. I'm like, it's freezing cold.
It's like we're in a different country. We traveled to a different country.
I remember he would get mad because I would just sit there and watch The Office and play the Switch. Should I tell the one story?
Did you guys go in December? Right?
No, we went in spring, March.
Is that one was?
But
March
was still like winter.
Yeah,
it was like freezing cold. And
so he goes off on a bagel run, right?
I went on many bagel runs.
Yeah,
yes.
And I'm in the bathroom. I'm tugging one out. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. And his bagel run usually takes. I thought it was take a little bit more. He gets home or back to the Airbnb. I'm like, how is he? I was like, I'm not even close to done. How is he back already? And he's like, are you? His first thing he says to me is, "Are you jerking off in there?" I was like, I don't remember if I said yes or no. I think I said no. I was like, no, I'm going to the bathroom. But
I remember learning this like months after it happened. You're like, hey, you remember whenever you asked me if I was jerking off?
I was. So I guess I said I wasn't. But it was hard to tug one out in the bathroom because there's a window in there, so I had to be cautious.
Oh my god!
But Montreal is very fun. If you go, I recommend going and ice skating on the natural river. That was fun.
We didn't go ice skating on the river. It was like
a natural creek. No, on the natural creek that went under the bridge. We went on there too.
Did we?
Yeah, because remember there was the rink, and then you could leave the rink and go on the little creek that was around it. It was frozen.
Yeah.
Dylan didn't have a fun time ice skating.
I fucking suck at ice skating. I fell so many times.
Okay, but he was falling so many times, and one of them, like one of the Canadians, came over and was like, your skates are too big."
Yeah.
Apparently that was the reason.
Yeah, and then by that time we were already about to leave, so I was like, well, next time I'll get him next time.
Next time,
if you go to, make sure you pack, because I did not pack. I didn't think it'd be as cold as it was, and I didn't really pack for that too much.
Yeah, layers. Well, I mean, if you go in the winter, if you go in like the spring,
and bring something for your face. The face was the worst part.
Yeah, it's really windy in the winter.
Yeah. And I got my nose pierced there. Go get your nose pierced in Montreal.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a couple things that I was like, must see and must do. You gotta go to the Notre Dame Cathedral. That place was amazing. It's like is built in like the 1800s, I think. It's like a big tourist.
It was a replica of the
actual Notre Dame.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Notre Dame de Montreal. Then, I still have my notes here actually. You got to get poutine. That's a must.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do. Just because it made you diarrhea doesn't mean.
Yeah. Okay. So we had poutine at this. What was the place called? Do you remember?
It was like something's famous poutine.
Yeah. So we go there to get it because it's the big thing that you had. Dylan was like, we have to go here.
Yeah.
And so it was a cool place because the tables were like arcade games, but there was like a picture of arcade games or like pop culture references, which is pretty cool. So we have poutine, right? And we're done.
Yep.
And we go to a mall.
Amazing, by the way.
It was good, right? And we go in to this mall that's right near the poutine place. And I'm walking, and I'm starting to feel a grumble in my stomach. I'm like, this isn't good. I don't know where the bathrooms are at. I'm trying to figure something out, right? So I keep shopping. I think we go into maybe an H&M
we went
or some
to Simon's.
like that.
Remember?
Simons. That was a discount place, right?
I don't know if it was discount, but
before that, we went to like an H&M type place with clothing, and I was in there, and I started feeling it in there, and I was like, oh, I can wait this one out. I'll be good. And like you know, your palms start getting sweaty, your hands, and then your ass cheeks getting sweaty because it's like you're holding it really bad.
Yep.
And like I'm kind of like sitting there with like I sit on like a rack type thing. I'm not trying to look like not suspicious or anything. Like I have to take a shit, but I do. And I keep walking, and it's like it's one of those ones where it's going in and out. It's like, okay, I'm good now, and then like 5 seconds later, oh nope, not anymore. So I'm telling Dylan, I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom, man. I'm about to let it all out. I can't. If I don't go now, it's going in my pants. Like no joke. And I was wearing black skinny jeans, so it wouldn't have been good. And I'm like rushing to find a bathroom, and he goes into this like discount clothing store and is just looking around. And I'm in the bathroom, and there's in Canada, there's just a bunch of people who hang out in the bathroom for some reason. I don't know why, but there's just a bunch of dudes in there. So I was like, I gotta be quiet. Like I gotta take a quiet shit, but that wasn't happening because it was liquid. It was like it was pounding it.
Oh.
And so I get done, and I'm like, that was the best shit I've ever taken in my life. But I'm never eating poutine again. And so I go to flush, and it starts overflowing, and I'm like, oh my god, no. And it starts rising up. And before it rises up to where it's like about to fall, I get out of there. I run. I'm like, that wasn't me. And so I get out. So I don't know if that actually did overflow or not. And I'm like, Dylan, we got to go.
Some say
Border Patrol might catch up to me.
Some say your diarrhea is still in that toilet.
It might be. It was bad.
It just kept overflowing, and all the dudes in the bathroom just drowned in poop water.
Maybe they did. That's why you shouldn't stay in the bathroom like that. The train ride was really fun.
Yeah, so one of the days we went to took a train to Ottawa, which is the capital of Canada.
There wasn't a lot in Ottawa that we saw.
Yeah, but also we didn't have that much time.
No, because we were scared it was going to leave us.
A lot of it was spent walking. But if you go to Ottawa, the only thing we really saw was the Parliament building, which was very cool. It looked like some shit straight out of like London.
That area was cool, but we didn't have a lot of time to do it, like he said. Yeah. It was a long walk, and we didn't know where we were going. We just kind of like guessed it.
At first, we were like, oh, this isn't that long of a walk. We don't need to take an Uber or anything.
We didn't want to pay for one either, so
we like got like halfway through, and we're like, well, shit.
This is a lot longer. So we go through it, and we're just following. I just remember following like the tips of the building to get there, like the tops of the building. Because I don't think we even used our phone. I think we did at the beginning to get out of the train station, but after that we were like gone. And yeah, that was fun. And then we get back on the train. The train ride back was amazing. It was like nighttime in Canada. Oh, it was so pretty. Because it went along the countryside of Canada, and there's just a bunch of snow. Trains it was awesome.
They're so good. They're like,
and I drank some wine because you can drink when you're 18 in Canada.
I did too. It was gross.
It was disgusting. Yeah, but we had the best food we ever had in Canada. The crab meat sandwich. Oh, yeah. That cafe.
Like a couple blocks from our Airbnb was this place called like
I don't remember what it was called.
Cafe Milton or something like that. I don't remember. Cafe Press. That was it. And they had the best. It was just a little cafe, like one guy working, making all the food, and it was so good.
It was beautiful cafe. The service was excellent, and I had like a pink lemonade rosé with that sandwich. That was the best sandwich I've ever had in my life.
That lemonade rosé was good too.
Yeah.
And let's see what. Oh yeah, Mount Royal in
butt sledding.
And it's like this. It's basically like the Central Park of Montreal, but it's like a mountain. So and it's like
slippery,
way bigger than Central Park. It's huge. It's a big ass mountain. You can go to the top, and it's got a really nice like view of the skyline and all that. It's a good little hike.
I'll have to send some pictures to put up on the YouTube.
Yeah, it's amazing. It was probably like my favorite part, just hiking up the mountain. And then whenever we went down, there was like these little like paths of ice that looked like someone sled down, and we were like, well, shit, we don't have sleds.
It was hard to get down the stairs because everything was slippery.
Yeah, so we were like, let's just go on our butts, and then we just butt sled down the little hills. It was good. It hurt like a bitch, but it was fun.
All in all, Montreal was it's something I would never. That trip, so many memories were made. Yeah. It's something I'll never forget.
I loved it.
I think that brought me and Dylan super close together too.
It was.
Well, that's adorable.
There's something about going through like a crisis with someone.
Yeah, it brings you super close. So yeah, that was definitely one of the best trips in my life.
I'd say it was the best.
I don't think it was my favorite place to go though.
What would you say yours?
Savannah. Yeah,
that's the next one. That would be next on the list.
Savannah was it's absolutely beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. I just have so many memories down there because when I did go down there, I was on Tinder and I had a girlfriend. I started dating a girl from Savannah, so I went down there a second time. I just have so many memories down there. I love it.
Yeah, all the Spanish moss and the trees and
the trees, and then downtown because there was if you go down there, SCAD is an art school down there, and that's where I originally wanted to go to school for college. Until I found out how expensive it was. Yeah, that whole area was just like I think I don't know about you, Dylan, but I could see myself living there and like going to SCAD. But that whole area is beautiful.
It's so charming and like
we need to go ride bikes there sometime.
Oh, that'd be so nice.
Yeah, there's something you just feel safe and then warm. It feels like home.
Yeah, and that was the first place we stayed in a hostel. That was pretty fun. We slept in what was like a twin size bed.
Yeah.
And it was a nice little hostel and friendly people stayed in there.
And I got 2 tattoos when I was in Savannah. I got one on the trip with Dylan, and then when I went down a second time when I had the girlfriend that lived down there, I got another one.
What did you get? What'd you get on the second one? The moth?
The dagger.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
And Dylan has a travel tattoo. The one from Canada. He got a Canada inspired one.
I did, yeah. When we were in Montreal, there was like a poster that I based it off of.
Remember what the brand was?
Nice.
It was some kind of liquor.
It was bitter Campari.
Yeah.
Wine.
And there's like a skeleton on it, and he got that like skeleton on his arm. It looks really cool.
Thanks. You look really cool.
Thank you.
Aw.
You look cool too, Nick.
Soft moment.
Oh, Nick wants to get a tattoo.
Do you?
Indeed, I do.
He wants to get pain symbol.
I thought you were going to get the Keyblade with the buster sword.
Remember that's going to be my that'll be my pussy repellent basically.
Nah, that'd be your pussy tractor.
I don't know about that.
Someone be like, "Is that the Keyblade and the Buster Sword and Sephiroth's sword?"
Okay, what tattoo do I have to get to attract your sister, Paradox? Dylan's interested too.
She doesn't like tattoos.
Yes.
She doesn't like tattoos. Simple as that.
She what?
She doesn't like tattoos.
I'm gonna go and remove all the ones I have now.
I'm gonna put makeup over them.
Yeah, you have fun with that.
I'm getting them all removed
every single time.
Getting them all lasered.
But yeah, no, going back to the Savannah trip, Savannah's a beautiful place. I love Savannah.
Have you been to Savannah?
Indeed I have.
I would drive like right now if we could just go, which I have 2 days off, so I mean I could just go to Savannah right now.
Playing Metro.
I would definitely 100% go back to Savannah. And it's an easy trip. So
yeah, for us. It's like what, 5 hours? 6?
5.5, something like that.
Yeah.
So would you say like Savannah, like the trip is not really like the trip to get down there is not really
because you go through South Carolina, which isn't anything special.
It's really
and literally when you go to North Carolina and you like as soon as you cross into South Carolina, it gets like 10 degrees hotter. So it was boiling.
It was. And
then you get to Georgia at 10 degrees more.
Yeah. Georgia is hot. But yeah, so would you say like your Savannah trips are mainly just the place being there, right? Like just Savannah itself?
Yeah, that was the last minute. All of our trips have been last minute. That was Dylan just was like, and we didn't have a lot of time. Well, we had 2 days.
Maybe? Yeah, I just randomly got 3 days off in a row somehow. And I was like, yo, we got to go somewhere.
Yeah, and I had a full-time job at the time. And I was like, I think I just told him, I was like, I can't come to work because like I have to go. I just can't.
Sorry. My grandma, she shit herself. I got to take care of her.
Gotta go. Oh my god. So enough about our travels. We had a great time. You've been somewhere big. Yeah.
Me? Oh yeah, I've been into a couple places.
Whoa.
I have been. Whoa. So yeah, like just this, like traveling in general. I don't really do that much traveling.
You stayed in Auschwitz
as a little. Oh my god! Don't even bring that up. But I knew I've always wanted to go to Europe. I knew I always wanted to get out of like the country and just.
Was that your first time out of the country?
And yes, it was. And so once my school offered this summer trip in my senior year, it was like the other year, like it was like I forget what they call it. I think they call it like other Europe or something like that, where it wasn't just the mainstream stuff like London and Paris and Madrid and shit like that, but it was like Berlin, Krakow, Vienna, Budapest, Prague, all that stuff. So, beforehand, I never did that much traveling. Of course, I did some flying. I remember, like I mentioned before, with your NYC trips, that I went to NYC when I was a kid for like 3 days, something like that. Nothing special. But besides that, no, just a bunch of road trips. And so when I did that flight, oh my god.
How long was it?
That was, like 16, 17 hours.
The longest flight, I went to Seattle, and that was like 6 hours.
I've never been on a plane.
Like,
nope.
Really? Interesting. But so I had to fly out of Little Rock in the morning at 7 a.m. Got to Atlanta and around like 2, and I knew the Atlanta airport, so like I was fine. I was chilling. I just went off and explored because then I missed the Atlanta airport. It's beautiful. It's a great time. And then we left Atlanta at like 4, and then we didn't get till Paris till it was 7 a.m. in the morning their time. So imagine the time skip, but also, like 13 hours added on for like taxing. So we're absolutely exhausted. But I remember sun was rising and everything like that, and we only had like maybe like 45 minutes in Paris, and so and just in the airport. So we just took the picture of the sunset, or took a picture of the sunrise, and everyone's just basically passed out. It's pretty cool to see in Paris. They had like a legit like smoke room and stuff. So
this is with your like school?
Okay. Yes, this is with a bunch of my, a lot of my high school friends. Mostly seniors here and there, but nothing really that special. A couple of teachers too. Our main teacher guy, his name is.
First, okay, hold on. Who's heating something up in a microwave?
Oh, that's my dad right now.
How like restricted, like how, like did you guys have to be together, or how restricted were you?
It was the biggest thing was like staying in groups of 3 and 4, something like that. And then we always had throughout the entire trip we had designated things. So like when we were in Berlin, we had to we went to all the museums one day, and so we said, okay, at 8 a.m. we're starting at this museum. By noon we all need to meet and be at this museum, so forth and so on. So kind of like that stuff. And especially when we went to like Auschwitz, that was really big. That was a whole group thing. We didn't go apart the entire time. Or when we went until the silver mines in Warsaw. So, nice. There's some group stuff, but there's also a lot of free time, especially in Berlin and Vienna and Prague, where we just said the counselors, whatever you want to call them, just said, hey, be free, just be back at this time.
Did you see the Brandenburg Gate?
I did. Saw that, took a picture with it and all that stuff. Also saw the Checkpoint Charlie, which was the checkpoint between East and West Berlin when they were separated. So,
did you bring home a piece of the wall?
By the Berlin Wall. Indeed, I brought home 2 pieces of the wall,
too.
one for my dad, one for my mom. So, is it legit? Probably not, but it's pretty cool. So, yeah. So, with that, that trip was amazing. That was 2 weeks long. Had an amazing counselor for our school. He did his PhD in Berlin, so he knew fluent German. So he was able to get us through Austria and Germany pretty fluidly. Like it was really pretty much no effort at all there. So, and then we ate like at a really high, like I think the restaurant had a three-star Michelin, so like the highest rating ever for a restaurant in Berlin. Like where we sat down and ate, the whole place was rotating the entire time. So like you sat down and saw the sun, and you'd slowly rotate and never see the sun again until your meal would come around.
That's pretty
Something
cool.
like that. That was pretty cool. And yeah, like Chandler mentioned, I did not stay at Auschwitz, but yes, we did go to Auschwitz, and that was a very scary and eye-opening time.
You're not allowed to take pictures there.
That's in Poland, right?
Yes. Yeah,
How
that's in
long?
Poland.
Where'd you drive from? Did you drive from Krakow?
So, like, just for the people, if they really want to know. So this is roughly. So we started in Berlin, and then we went to. Oh no, it's messing up. I'm trying to do a map right now, just to make sure I get it right. So we started in Berlin, and then went to. Also, this was during the World Cup, by the way. So it was absolutely lit. We saw 2 World Cup games, one in
Who was playing?
Germany, one in Poland. For Germany and Poland. So like we were in the crowds and
that
everything.
Must have been
like
absolutely insane.
Mob mentality. Oh, it was absolutely wild. It was pretty.
Who won?
Cool.
Was it It was
What
I'm
year
trying
was
to think.
that? What year World Cup was that?
It was. Wasn't it? It was
2018.
Croatia and.
It was Croatia versus the French
one.
And the French won. Yep.
Uh-huh.
So. Okay. So it's my Google Maps not loading. So fuck it. So Paris, we stayed there 45 minutes, then got into Berlin, spent the whole day there. Then we went into another little city. We didn't go into Munich, I forget. But it's the city where Martin Luther hung up his 95 Theses.
Don't tell me. Oh, shit.
Yes,
no,
if you do know.
On. I'll figure it out.
All right, Craig, get on that.
Shit. What is it?
Don't worry about it.
This is gonna bug me. All right, keep going.
Okay. And so we went into. I gotta get this right. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we went to Dresden. So we went to Dresden. That's where we saw the World Cup game. So it was pretty lit.
Did you learn about the firebombing in Dresden?
Yes, we did.
You should read.
We already knew about
Slaughterhouse 5.
I should. I know I should. It's on my list. And then we went to Poland, where we went into Wrocław, stopped there a little bit, but then the main place was Krakow, and I absolutely loved Krakow. Amazing place, beautiful town. They had like this kind of like market area. It felt like straight out of like an RPG kind of stuff. But market area where you just enter these halls. They're called the Great Halls of the Merchants. But it sounded even cooler in Polish. And so you'd walk through these halls, and everyone was selling amber, crystals, and they were legit stuff, like really nice silks, all this stuff. So that was pretty cool. And then in Krakow symbol is like a dragon, so everyone was selling dragons and stuff.
Real dragons?
So, well, you know, like little figurines and stuff. Because the main thing is they had like a dragon bone in the and by the way, every single city we went to, there's a giant castle we went to, so that's pretty sick. But the castle in Krakow had a bone in it, what was thought to be a dragon bone, but it was really a mammoth bone.
We can pretend. So. I know they have dragons and mammoths. Did you go to London?
No, I did not go to London. So it was other Europe. So we didn't touch any of the London, anything before Germany to the left of Germany. We didn't. It was Wittenberg. Thank you. Well, yes,
me and Dylan were going to go to London, and then all this shit happened. They closed down. They wouldn't let us fly.
London. Yeah, London's pretty sick. But just, I can't get off track too much. So then Germany, Poland, we went to Auschwitz. Very scary timing. You're only allowed to take 2 pictures, one of the sign and one of the trains that come through. Like for normal tourists, if you're a special photographer and stuff, you can take more pictures. But once you get into
a special needs photographer,
yeah, I guess. But
that's unfair.
once you got into like the houses, and you had the displays of all the hair, all the rugs made out of the hair, all the clothes, all the shoes, everything like that.
Human hair?
Then yes,
grody.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And then it was pretty bad.
Did it look like Cousin It from Addams Family?
Oh my god.
A little bit. No, I mean, but it was pretty scary stuff. And then he also had the room of the luggage, so where they would just take everyone's luggage and just chuck it away or melt down the silver and the gold to use for bullets and stuff like that. So Auschwitz was a crazy time. I'm glad I did it though. Very eye-opening.
The way you said that,
very
it
scary.
Like there was like a party at Auschwitz.
Oh yeah,
Auschwitz.
Sorry.
Crazy time, bro.
There was.
We're getting lit.
Sorry. Oh yeah, I sound like a Chad. Yeah, it might be. Shout out to our Chads out there. But Auschwitz. Oh my god. Auschwitz was
baby.
Very was very, very, very wild and very eye-opening. And so we went from Auschwitz down to Austria.
Wait, did you see any of the battlegrounds in Poland?
Yes, we saw multiple battlegrounds. Yep. We also saw the silver lines.
How did you get around? Did you take trains?
We were gonna take trains and do a hydro flask.
We took a hydro flask.
Hydroplane. I don't know if you it's the ships that go so fast that they're just basically hovering over the water. So, but no, most of the time we just took a bus, and our bus driver was absolutely lit. Shout out to him.
He's dead.
Was he American?
No, he was German. He stayed with us the entire time. Cool. But he took us.
Must have made bank
everywhere. Oh, he easily. He was super nice. But yeah, we used the bus everywhere. So the bus drive from Warsaw to Vienna was a very, very long bus ride, but it was cool. Vienna, saw the Catholic cathedrals there, really cool stuff. There's a lot of protesting stuff going on in Vienna. I remember
Vienna
that.
sausages.
And then they're pretty good. Oh yeah, the food was fucking
That's all
amazing.
They eat.
Just cans of it. What was the best thing you had when you went to
Europe?
Vienna sausages.
A crab sandwich.
And for the appetizer, Vienna sausage. Main course, Vienna sausage.
What would I say? Shut. Oh my. I gotta edit that out.
Why you have to hit it
right down. Bro, I can't be. You cannot be saying that. Come on now.
Saying you're gonna eat the
hour and 12 minutes in.
Chandler says a no.
Yep.
That's the title of the episode.
That's what I write down. Oh my god. Okay. But I would probably say there's this really good bratwurst cut up. It was a bratwurst kind of pot stew mix that I got. It was
really out of everything.
There's also this very good lasagna too in Budapest.
It was just
insanely good. Maybe, I don't know. Craziest thing in Europe though, you have to pay for the bathroom, and water is more expensive.
I heard about the bathroom thing. Now, how much was the water compared to the soda?
Almost 2 times as much.
Well, why is that? They want you to get diabetes or what?
I think soda's just more readily available.
Because they're not as good as the United States. The public bathroom thing, I don't get. What's up with that?
I mean,
because once you go up north, you see that too. You have to get a key. But in the South, it's you do whatever you want. Use the bathroom.
It kind of makes sense because you gotta pay to clean up people's shit.
Well, yeah, they have every single time, and this was everywhere, by the way. Gas station, restaurants.
Was it cleaner?
Yeah, I would say so. And also it wasn't as busy, right? So, and besides the soccer games, they just had porta potties and stuff. But everywhere that was like an establishment, besides the hotel rooms, had a person at the front of the bathroom asking.
Yeah. So how much did it cost?
And then, it varied. It all supposedly talking to our teacher, the PhD lit dude. He said that it always varies on the amount of money, the amount of income that they got the day before. So it could be more.
So basically, if I would have had poutine, I would have been fucked.
Does the guy like wipe your ass for you?
Yeah, they gotta be if they're pay for it.
Like, does he aim in the urinal for you?
Yeah, but yeah,
he gives you a happy
thing is, though,
let me help you.
Yeah, it also helps with like getting people off the street, so that they actually don't have that big of a homeless problem. Out of all the places I went to, like there's no real like homeless / beggar. Of course, we were targeted because everyone knows we're.
I heard there was a lot of beggars, or not beggars, but scam artists, I guess,
swindlers. Swindlers, yeah. In Prague, there's quite a bit. There's this one guy, he was hilarious. He just come up to our group all the time and just yell Hooters, and then he'd like, saying big boobs, and then like showing off his chest.
Y'all have a good one.
It's fun.
That's what Europeans think American life is.
I mean, if he's saying boobs, I'm going wherever he's going.
They think of Hooters and burgers.
Oh yeah, I forget.
Fat people.
Prague was pretty good too. They had this dessert where it was a deep fried pretzel cone that had like this sugaring frosting on, and then it had like warm but
semen,
like heat, like steaming, steaming like custard inside it.
Sounds good.
So
okay, one thing I have to say, when we went to Savannah, there was a popular ice cream. What was it? Leopold's. It wasn't that good. I'm gonna be honest with you. That was the biggest letdown of my life.
It's all right. Didn't you?
I remember the company was better, huh?
You got like lemon custard or something like that, right?
Yeah, I got lemon custard.
Didn't I end up eating yours?
I don't know. I was focused on the company. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There was a pretty girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she winked at him. It didn't happen. By the way, if you go to Savannah, go to River Street. I had to put that out there. It's beautiful.
Okay, nice. River Street, yeah. So then we got done with Vienna. Then we went to Prague and what used to be called Czechoslovakia, but I'm guessing they've changed their name to
Czechoslovakia.
Czechnia.
Okay. Yeah, Czechnia.
Check me out.
Hey, check me out.
And
I'm at the grocery store. Check me out, please.
Prague was interesting to see because they were also rebuilding from communism. So it was like they had a lot of protests going on because they were still slowly building. Their democracy was super, super new. So it was pretty interesting to see that development. But they had a Foot Locker store like in the middle of the square selling like the brand new it really did selling the brand new Yeezys.
Yeah, capitalism, baby. Fucking Foot
Locker capitalism.
Yeah.
Do you have the Jordan 4s?
So we went from Prague.
The Soviets tried to take away their Kobe's.
Yeah,
should I be protesting too?
Oh my god. So we went from Prague all the way through Slovakia. We stopped there for about 3 hours or so because we had some downtime. So it was pretty cool. But then we ended our trip in Budapest, Hungary, which was really cool. I love Budapest. So yes, they pronounce it Budapest. Yeah. So, but yeah, that was my biggest trip. It is
Budapest. Just say Budapest. That sounds way better.
Yeah. No. But that was my biggest trip I've ever done. Only trip out of the country, and yeah, I wouldn't trade for anything. Things I saw, all the experiences, all the people I was with too. Seeing like the bone church, or it's called an ossuary.
Is that the one with the chandelier made of bones? Yeah.
Yep, it's on my Instagram and stuff. All the bones were made out of from the bubonic plague.
What if that's
so?
What if that carries the bubonic plague?
I don't think it does.
Go lick it and find out.
I'm on my way.
Jesus. And then like the castles we went to, like it was really cool stuff. So 10 out of 10 would recommend. But if they I don't know if my school doing it again or not, but maybe they are.
Do you know how much it was?
I think it was 2,500, something like that.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, with all the shit you did.
But then when you count in, when you put in perspective all the money I spent on, like souvenirs or food, then it adds up pretty fast. Because food was fucking expensive.
Personally, though, I wouldn't want to go with a group. I would want to go with like a group of friends.
That's
if you know what I mean,
limiting.
Yeah, no, it was limiting at sometimes, but it wasn't that bad. But yeah, no, it was also really cool to just only I think so I went to 8 different countries, if I got that right, 7 or 8 different countries, and half of them were in the Union, so half of them use euros, but the other one had their own currency. So I remember when we went to Prague, we just rolled out in money like guap. Like €1 was like $20 there to them, if that makes sense. So like it was there.
I'm
yeah,
about to move to Prague.
Like I said,
rich.
Their economy was still struggling. So but it was pretty lit there. I still remember I left my Akita hat there. Still very sad about it, but it's okay.
Kingdom Hearts hat?
No, Akita. It's my dog.
Oh, I thought it was like Akita the anime. Or no, that's Akira.
Akira. Yeah. Akita. Sounds like.
Oh god. But yeah, so I would say that's my biggest trip overall.
I want to go to Europe.
You're gonna go to Iceland too. That never happened.
Yeah.
Life happened.
Yeah, that real life shit's kind of wild. Kind of wrapping up a little bit. Do you guys have any future plans right now for traveling? I know you guys just brought up Iceland.
Name a place.
Yeah. Especially after what's all been happening.
The main places that we like actually seriously looked at were Iceland,
London. We looked at London.
Yeah, London. Iceland was like we were really
like we were Orlando. We wanted to go to for the Universal because Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona. I've always wanted to go there. I think the biggest thing we really want to do is like a road trip to California. I think is what we really want to do. We talked about get a van and then go.
Yeah,
to the redwoods. I think that's the biggest thing. But I mean, I literally name a place we want to go to it.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about Dylan is he's not picky about. We can literally go anywhere.
Yeah,
it's an adventure.
Anywhere's like just seeing like new places and like getting myself out of my comfort zone, and not staying in the same place.
I think the end goal is like Japan for me at least.
Yeah, I definitely want to
go anywhere in Asia. Really
mentioned that. Yeah, no,
Asia. Vietnam, Thailand, any place like that. I really would like to go to.
Yeah. Dylan, going off of like getting out of your comfort place and stuff, and this is open to Chandler, you too. So what do you see like the purpose of traveling? Just trying to get a new experience, or just go out on a limb and see what you can get, or like what does it do for you?
I guess like learning. You kind of, especially the few like solo trips I did, I learned like so much about myself and how I work, and like just things that limit myself, things that I can work on.
Chandler, what would you say?
I think so I like to go in with like no preconceived notions of any plans of doing anything and figuring it out from there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Free balling?
And really, I think the biggest thing is growing as a person.
Yeah.
I think just looking back at who I was, I changed so much. I feel free. I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like a free spirit when I'm traveling. I feel like that's what I'm meant to do when I do travel. When me and Dylan go, it's like this is what I'm meant to be doing.
Yeah, all your like home responsibilities, like you don't worry.
Yeah, it's all gone. And I told Dylan this a little bit ago. I was like, the trip is never really over until I get to my front door and I enter in, and it's like the trip's officially over. Everything has to go back to normal, and I think that goes into me being like, I never want to grow up. I want to have that kid wonder all the time. So I think that traveling does that for me.
Well, that's very well put. What would you guys tell people or tell someone that's thinking about traveling? Do you, and kind of on the edge about it, on the fence about it, would you say, go big or go home, start small, or just, free ball it like you said?
Go
Chandler,
big or go home.
What do
you learn so much once you just go for it. That's with anything in life. You're gonna learn so much. You're gonna fuck up, but you're gonna learn so much from it.
Right.
Doesn't, even if you just go to somewhere in your state, just go do it. Go adventure, have fun. Work and school is not what life is about. Just say fuck it once in a while. Everyone needs a break. So
yeah, you have your whole life to
work and grind,
get a career and do with family if you want to do that.
Yeah,
money.
Okay, with the family one especially, go use your 20s to travel and do what you want to do.
Yeah, don't fuck yourself over.
Yeah, you don't. Wear protection, kids. What would you say? What would you say, Nick?
Shut up. Oh, you called me Nick. I would probably say, so how I go about decisions and stuff and big decisions is, what does your gut tell you? What does your heart tell you? What does your mind tell you? And I feel like with that European trip, when I knew I was going to leave Little Rock and, I was going to school in Madison no matter what. So this would probably be the last time I see a good amount of my friends, period. So, that was a big motivator. But I was also just I've always wanted to go to Germany no matter what. But I get to go to 7 other countries. So, really for me, it was just a big push to just, say, as, Chandler, as you would say fuck it, right? And just do it. And so I would say to those people, if you are thinking about it, do it. I agree with Chandler and Dylan that, of course, there are repercussions in your actions and stuff, so don't forget about that. But when you are in your own zone and when you are exploring, those ties that you really had worrying about, like work or your life moving forward, they kind of melt away a little bit, and you're just trying to live in the moment more.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I especially like traveling, that European trip and also just road trips in general. For me, it's just, to take a true break from what you're doing.
I think we should travel to Wisconsin to do a live podcast.
Oh, it's lit. I don't know about right now, but yeah, no, it sounds.
I have a question.
What's up?
You can go and finish what you were about to say.
Oh, I was just gonna say that. Shit, what was I gonna say? It's coming back to me. I was gonna say, in regards to traveling, things like that, just be aware and be safe. But I always tread on the side of always having a plan, but I do agree with Chandler and that it's good sometimes to just go in blind and just really embrace it and make it how you want to make it. Yeah. So, Dylan, anything you want to add on there real quick before Chandler asks this question?
The only other thing I'd have to say is when you travel, it really puts your life into scale of how small you are.
Right.
You fly across the country or drive 13 hours away, you're just damn, I'm really just this little small part of this world. It kind of makes your,
and especially
go ahead.
Oh yeah, especially when you get to those places too. And some people, they know you're a tourist, right? But they just, it's just every day, right? They just keep walking on by. What were you gonna say?
It kind of makes your problems just seem so insignificant, and maybe it kind of gives you a different perspective. Maybe that little thing that I'm worried about really doesn't matter that much, because there's just a whole world out here that it's a concern about. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I definitely understand. I feel you on that it does put in perspective that it also just expands your view in general, which is always a good idea. Okay, Chandler, what was your question?
I was gonna say, or ask, I know I do this all the time, but do you look back at your travels with sadness or happiness?
Yeah, a little bit of both.
It's like a bittersweet.
Because lately I've been looking at it with like pure just sadness. Because I'll look back at the pictures and it's like, I wish everything was back in that moment of going back. Because even if you go back and do the same thing, it's not going to be the same as it was.
Yeah.
So thinking about you in that moment of time and everything in that moment and time and space, I just wish I could go back and do that over and go back and do it again and be in that moment. And it's just sad that it will never ever be that again.
Yeah, I like.
Right. Yeah. No,
I feel that, but like I feel that tinge of sadness. But at the same time, like anytime I look at pictures from past travels, it just like inspires me to like start booking something else.
Because I just want to be constantly driving, so I can constantly be feeling that the need.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Especially like I keep on just the pictures I've ever taken. Like, so sometimes I look at flashbacks and I'm just like, man. Now I agree with you. Like, there's a lot of travelers and you wish you could go back and just grab that same feeling. Like for me, especially like video game, like how did I feel when I first beat a boss in a certain game? And like that kind of feeling. So it can be exciting, but also like for me, I can Dylan, that it kind of motivates you, like even that you saw how happy you could be in that, and you do it again, whether it be with a trip or do something else, and you always are gonna have those memories. So
yeah, I think any type of nostalgia just makes me sad.
Oh yeah, we know. Don't worry, Nostalgia P2 is coming soon. To a podcast.
I don't want to like get off on a tangent, but like you saying the video game boss thing,
it does.
Like video games used to hit different as a kid. Like
oh, they did.
Now, like I could whenever I was like 13, I could literally just sit on my PS4 for like 15 hours and just play games. And like it'd be like so fulfilling, but now it's like I don't know, it just feels different.
Games are totally structured different now.
It's like I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but it's like
I feel like, especially like in those years, like 8th, 9th, 10th grade, it's always weird. I always base my years off of my school year, but not like my age. But like during those times, like where I did just grind games the entire time, for me it was more like an escape.
Yeah.
And so I feel like as I'm trying to understand myself better, and I'm seeing that, I can make myself happy. I don't need video games, but goddamn, they're nice, right? You kind of get away from them. They kind of lose their glimmer a little bit. Maybe I don't know if that's the same for you. Maybe
that doesn't make sense. You find more things that kind of get that dopamine fix.
I think there was more wonder.
But I'm
in games back then. If that makes sense.
True. I mean, I like when I first played Destiny.
And plus, the internet. I wasn't really on the internet too much. So I didn't like. I had to figure things out for myself.
True.
And like I didn't really know too much about. I didn't know everything about gaming, like I do now, right? I'm not into it as much. Right. Like when I was a kid, I did it for fun. Now it's just like I'm grinding and doing shit, right?
It's not as like because now we know like how video games are made and all the tropes and like
everything that's gonna happen.
But back in the day,
but like back in
oh shit, like how did they do this?
Right, like especially like when you saw a super cool cinematic in a video game, and especially like back in those days. God, we sound so old, but like 8th, 9th grade, like cinematics, like really well done cinematics were kind of rare. So when they did happen, like Dylan, for you, like when the Skyrim, when that dragon came down, like your first dragon you saw, right? Like that was just
all
like
whoa. Final Fantasy games had really crazy opening cinematics too.
True, they're
Oh god, don't even get him started on Final Fantasy.
Yeah, but they put you don't want to get me started, but they put all their money into those, and then after that, but we don't talk about the other 90.
The only thing I like remember about Final Fantasy is the new one, like them driving in a car, and it just looks so weird because it's like these like weird ass characters driving in a normal car.
15? That's not a normal car. That's like a fucking Batmobile.
It was like a Charger or something with a drop top.
At the end of the game, it can fly.
Drop.
That's even worse.
True. Oh yeah. It all makes sense now. 15. You're talking about the Regali in Final Fantasy, 15. Yeah, at the end of the game, yeah, you can fly with that hoe. That shit's crazy. I love that. That's the one game I 100%ed recently.
What the fuck?
Recently,
How long did that take?
We don't talk about that. Let's just say Destiny had to take a break, and yeah. I only played that game in Destiny for
Have you
like
ever
a
jerked
solid
off to
summer.
Final Fantasy?
So do you know me?
The game itself, or
Like
But
Final Fantasy?
Oh my god, that just reminded
me.
Just the
idea, you know. I can't wait for Final Fantasy 16. Huh? You know, like that kind of stuff.
Did you ever jerk off to the GTA strip club? GTA 5 strip club?
Yes.
Cuz I did, and it would on Xbox it would tell you if you were in the strip club or not. I don't know why, but it would. And my friend messaged me and was like, "Why are you in the strip club?" And I was like, "This is Chandler's cousin."
And like it would show up like on people's friends list.
Yeah, it would say GTA 5 and strip club. And I'd be there for hours jerking my little wee wee.
Oh my god. Okay.
That was like because you didn't have
Alright,
like back in the day. You didn't. I keep saying back in the day. I think of anything else to say, but like you didn't have. You didn't have internet porn, so you'd have to like.
I had 3DS.
Video games.
And my Wii U, I looked it up on Wii U before.
Oh my
PSP.
God. Oh
GTA, San
God.
You can chill.
I had to work with what I had.
Yeah.
Hey, you had to adapt and overcome, right? Emphasis on overcome.
Lois from Family Guy.
Oh, okay. All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Oh God. Anything else you guys want to end off on a strong note with traveling or anything in regards to it? Anything you guys want to?
There's gonna be a lot of traveling done here soon once everyone gets out.
That is true. Crazy. Gonna be popping off. Well, yeah. Really appreciate all those stories. Those stories are pretty awesome. You know, I'm glad that you guys got to tell your stories, especially the Montreal one. That was pretty cool. So
they weren't very coherent, but that's how the trip was. It wasn't coherent, so I can't tell it in like a straight linear. Yeah, you can't tell it in a linear story.
Yeah. I liked your stories too, Nick. Nick Paradox.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, mine was pretty linear. I could have gone, you know.
Yeah, yours were like we went there and we got kissed on by an angel and we had food.
Oh my gosh.
We went to church. Praise God.
Yeah, I went to a lot of churches.
Well, yeah, but those
shit
are like
churches.
Those are cool churches.
Old Testament or New Testament?
Yeah. Oh my God. All right. Chandler, how about you find us a deep question real quick?
Does anyone have one that can?
Thank you.
Speak off the top of their head.
No,
all right, Craig. It's not me. It's Craig.
Okay, Craig. Look at
question of the day.
Yeah, we need a jingle. Deep question of the day.
Of the day. You gotta do that thing.
Should we do like a?
I just googled deep question of the day.
Oh my Craig God. Should we do like a Zelda thing though? So wait. Yeah.
Deep question.
Deep question of the day.
Yeah, that'd be kind of sick. All right, Dylan,
deep
get on
question
that.
of the game.
Unless. Real quick, shout out to all the people listening and supporting us. We do appreciate it. We are trying to grow as much as possible, and you know, if it wasn't for people like you, Dylan, and our overall support, we would not be enjoying it as much.
Okay, I have a really good one.
Okay, Chandler with a deep question. Okay, hit it.
Correct, found a good one. Okay. Do you think people fall in love because the right person has arrived or because the time is right, regardless of the person they fall in love with?
Oh,
can we do
God.
I don't like that one.
Now I gotta look it up. I already closed it out. Fuck.
That's a good one, though.
I don't even know
that was
how
a good
to
one.
That.
Yo, cue that up for later.
I have no idea how to answer that.
Craig, put that in the chamber.
put that on the library.
I should make a deep question of the day jingle though, or maybe a question from the treehouse. Maybe both. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
or both.
I could do that.
That'd be kind of sick. Give you more little projects if you're feeling bored. Dylan, real quick, how has the music been going? I know you said you were creating some new stuff. Anything exciting? Anything you want to hint at a little bit for the people? Or no?
There's stuff coming. We
Alright,
got
stuff coming. Can you confirm?
a new single out.
Oh yeah. New single for Bedroom Division. I listened to it, liked it a lot.
Fine. Go take a listen on streaming.
On the Spotify's and the streams
a lot
and
of
the plays.
stuff's in the works, so
exciting stuff. Yeah, no, congratulations on that stuff. It's all. I think it's going really well.
Okay, here's one.
It looks really clean.
If someone you loved was killed in front of you, but someone created a copy of them that was perfect right down to the atomic level, would they be the same person, and would you love them just as much? Should I pick another one?
Pick another one.
I say no to that one if people want to know my answer.
I would be like, yeah, they're perfect. Hell yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Well, Dylan's already perfect, so it would just come back the same.
Oh my god!
I'm trying here. You guys keep. Okay. Will religion ever become obsolete?
That is way too controversial.
How is that controversial?
It's not that.
No. By the way, no, as in a new question. Start looking right now.
No what?
Oh my god! We have Craig 1 and Craig 2 coming in now.
What are some deep questions?
Just Google deep questions.
God. If you guys want to provide deep questions, hit us up on Reddit. Paradox in a Trap or PaaT.
The PaaT podcast.
Is it PaaT or is it PaaT? Okay. Or you can email us at paradoxandtrap@gmail.com.
Gaming question.
Gaming deep questions.
Oh my god. Is Zelda even real? Is Zelda alive?
What is the game you have the most hours on? No, I think because you guys would just be Destiny.
I have over 1,000 hours.
Probably.
Has a game ever made you cry?
Well, that's a good one. Can we use that one?
Okay.
That's not a deep question. That's
just be like, yes.
But you can explain.
Yeah, but say it.
Mine was Gears of War when Dom died.
Really?
No, mine was NBA 2K15.
Mine was NBA
2K16
when Shaq dunked on me.
Yeah. Never give a big baby a big gun, right?
Oh my god.
Oh, let's see.
Okay. Oh no, that one's hard to answer. I was gonna say, is math something that humans created or something we discovered?
Something we discovered. Easy.
Okay. Can I do this one? Why are humans so susceptible to magical thinking?
What is our definition of magical thinking?
I had like fairy tales, Bigfoot, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Religion.
Is that like
Zinger?
Yeah. Dylan, is that okay with you? Do you fuck with that?
Yeah, I do that.
Okay, either that or why are humans so confident in beliefs that can't be proven?
Why are you picking?
Because those are the ones that interest me.
I know they do. Let's go with the mythical one.
Okay, magical thinking, bitch.
Magical thinking. Apologies. My apologies. Can you repeat the question?
Why are people so susceptible to magical thinking?
I think it's.
I
think it's just our brains trying to cut corners to try and figure out things that we can't explain. It's
that's
stuff
a good
that
answer.
We don't have enough knowledge about.
Yeah, that's a really good answer.
Because we don't have the knowledge to get to the right conclusion. So we kind of
you're saying in the future we will have that knowledge that will explain away things, or maybe we will never have that knowledge.
I mean, I think most of I don't know. That might be kind of most of magical thoughts have been kind of eradicated by now.
What about ones that let's just say, I'll say religion, like a god in the sky and like ghosts. because there's tons of people who Paradox believes in ghosts.
But the way that I interpreted it was like, I don't know, in like tribal days when people would explain like thunder and shit with, you know, gods and mythical stories, and they'd associate the sun with the sun god, and you know,
because of the power it held, because they grew crops and shit,
and they,
right?
And they like didn't understand it. They didn't understand how it worked, and they come up with stories for the seasons, like with the Greeks and like Persephone and stuff. They made up that whole story.
Persephone, yes.
And that's a really good way to connect things.
That's the way I thought of it, and that's been kind of, all that stuff has been, you know, debunked because of science, because it's something we discovered.
So imagine the things that will be debunked just later on in the future.
I think there's one. I won't say anything, but I think there might be one big thing. You know,
I think I know what you're talking about, and I agree.
But also, I mean, even though there's like tons of evidence for that one thing not being real, people still like have faith in it.
You know, well, that just gave it away, right? The faith part just gave it away.
All right, I'm talking about religion. All right, you got me.
I think that's where mine was kind of going with, because I think people like to it's just hope. They like to they like to think there's more out there because it gives them hope, and it makes life less scary and dying less scary,
less meaningless.
Yeah, I think that's, you know, because when I was little, I would think those things. I was like, I wasn't scared, or like I was scared of dying. I was scared of doing things wrong because people told me if I did, then I'd be going to hell or something, you know. So I just think it's a way that people use to be less scared of dying in life, and something to believe in and live for.
This just I guess we just interpreted magic as religion.
Well, I think that's kind of what it was getting at in the first place, if you ask me.
But I
because
guess
that is a magical thing.
There's like back in the day with witchcraft and stuff, you know, they would associate, I don't know, well, what did witches even do? Like, why did they think they were witches? I don't even know.
Yeah, it's crazy when you look back at the Salem witch trials. You look at the women that were attacked, quote unquote, picked.
I think the men were just having affairs with them, and they're like, "Kill this bitch before my wife finds out." I think that's how it started.
Oh my god, yo, Chandler, fix your mic real quick. So the biggest thing, like, was to look at the Salem witch trials, is that they use the witch trials in order to get back at the rich people, basically. So you know, they had the rich women always being taken out and killed and stuff like that because the poor were being abused and overtaxed and stuff.
I assume they were just like, I don't know, like rubbing
Crazy.
sticks together the wrong way, and they're like, "That's magic. You can't do that."
Yeah, well, yeah, no, I remember learning about it in 8th grade because obviously they're really crazy times, right? But then you look at all this, then you break down the statistics. You look at all the women that were accused of being witches, their backgrounds, their families, what they did, and then you look at the people that were accusing them, and then it kind of lines up in that way. It's not like confirmed, right?
Yeah.
But you know,
that's interesting. I didn't know that.
It's kind of insinuated. Yeah. But going back to like the mythical, or not mythical, mystery believing and all that stuff, aka religion. I do agree with both of you that it makes life a little bit easier. It helps you cope with things that you don't understand. But I think also the biggest thing is it helps people get quote unquote answers that they no longer need to worry about. You know, so if they do know that, you know, quote, let's just say that someone believes in a religion and the religion says that there's an end. Okay, cool, there's an end. I don't need to worry about knowing if there's an end or not. I can worry about other things, right? I can refocus myself.
Is that really how people want to live life, though? I just don't understand.
Yeah.
That.
I mean,
I guess that's just I don't know why people would want to live with like that. I don't know. Just me, I want to explore and get to the answer.
You're okay with the unknown?
Well, no, I want to find out what the answer is. I just don't want to like say, "Oh, okay, this." No, I want to explore it till it's like 100%. Yes, this is it.
Yeah. Well, that's
I have faith in science.
Biggest thing. Yeah, I agree with you. Science is very awesome, But it goes back to like Dylan's kind of thing where like video games have kind of lost interest, especially like with the growth of the internet. Because if you back in the day when you in days of future past, kidding. When you were young and stuff, yes. When you're young and stuff trying to figure out a game, you just brute force that bitch, right? But nowadays you can just look that up and get the answer. And so, people nowadays, when it comes to religion or when it comes to this belief, like Bigfoot is out there, the Earth is flat, someone can just look that up, see if it's real or not, and be like, okay, dope, I don't need to worry about that.
Especially the Earth is flat thing. I don't know what's going on with those people.
I don't know about that.
I think it's just a joke. No, I don't know if is there people that actually believe that.
No, I don't know, Chief. But like going back to what you were saying, like I feel like a lot of people, some are okay exploring and understanding because that is the journey. But some people just want answers, and those are the people that look everything up. And fair enough, you have the internet at the palm of your hand, so there's no point.
Why what my biggest thing was, and that kind of it was like, why would you want to live your life for something you don't know is even a thing? Yeah,
real.
I guess they have faith.
Is it easier just saying and doing that?
Yeah, I mean, I would say so. I mean, think about it.
I think,
but faith is imaginary. It's not a real thing.
If you knew, if you were told repeatedly over and over and over again, especially starting as a young kid, that you are going to get to this point and you are going to be this successful and know you're going to make this amount of money, wouldn't you think that?
I know that's going to be in terms of religion and told this is real, this is real, this is real, and I was told that, and now I'm like, no,
right?
Because I can critical think and I can think for myself,
Correct, you can, but still, if people, if you're quote unquote given the answers, then you are okay, and it kind of, I'm not saying it brainwashes you, I'm not saying it's mob mentality or anything like that, but it kind of conditions you, to where you're okay with knowing the answer, or you're not okay knowing the answer. And if someone comes at you for saying that your answer that you've known your entire life is quote might not be real, then they're gonna get absolutely up in arms.
I think it's like there's kind of a like mob, not, I don't want to say mob mentality, but the way I would make sense of it is like, maybe in their head they're like, well, there's this whole congregation of people that I've basically grown up with, and
it's my squad
and
my day one.
All these people that are in my community, like they believe in this. Like, what's all these people believe in this, it has to be right. Like, why would they just believe in something that's not true? So it's kind of this like group mentality thing. It's like, oh, all these people can't be wrong. There's so many people. They can't all be wrong.
Right. It's understandable. And especially like with my view on religion and that kind of belief, just I understand it, of course it does have its positives and negatives, but the main thing is it also provides, like Dylan, you were saying, a community. And sometimes when people have a community and they feel safe in it, they're gonna die for that, True. You can always find a sub-community on Reddit, like Paradox in a Trap that's coming soon.
The
we
PaaT
just need to get
podcast.
confirmed. Yeah, come to the PaaT subreddit where all we will do is talk about
religion.
Something, I don't know. No. We will not be having a religion.
I think a religion episode would be very interesting.
Yeah.
I think so too. Dylan, you want to come back for that one?
Yeah.
I want to have a Home Depot episode.
Right. I think we all kind of like.
Oh my
I don't
god!
know about you guys, but we all kind of like were.
I think we agree on this.
Like brought up Christian, and then like kind of came out of our own.
We came out of the closet.
Path. Yeah.
Oh my god!
The religion closet.
I think yeah.
But I still think that like I said, religion does have its positives and negatives, and if you can, for listeners out there, and anyone that listens, find a place, you do. Well, I think 2 hours on the way. I feel like it will be a good Dylan so much. Guess We really appreciate it. Shout out to seeing you safe. Also, can they?
Is my connection messing up?
The whole time you're talking, it's just lagging.
Oh, was it? Okay.
I was waiting for Dylan to say something. I was like, "Is this just me or what?"
I know. I was. Like,
oh my god, am I lagging right now or no?
Yeah.
Am I good? Okay, that was wild. Okay, well, I feel like that. Okay, 1, 3, 2, 1. Boom.
It just starts doing it again.
Okay, as you can tell, I love you guys to death, but this is gonna be a long episode. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Well, I feel like this is gonna be a good point to wrap up the podcast episode. Dylan, thank you so much for guest starring and providing your great knowledge. Really do appreciate it. Anything you want to leave off with for the people, and also let them know where they can find you on the social medias.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I love the Paradox and Trap podcast.
Oh, thank you.
You can find us at Bedroom Division on Instagram.
Yes.
And then
Popping
Bedroom
off.
Division on all the streaming platforms and stuff. And yeah, listen to this podcast. Is good. And,
thanks.
Go travel and get fit. Yes. Don't be fat. Go outside.
Wise words.
Being out.
Made that into a t-shirt.
Great.
T-shirt right there. Yeah, nature is awesome. Good stuff. Chandler, anything you want to say for the people?
Like I said before, fuck it and travel.
Hell yeah.
Or fuck me and then travel.
Nice. Put that on a shirt.
Fuck me and travel.
God. Okay. Well, that will be all for this week's episode. What episode is it? Is it episode 12? I think yes, episode 12. For Paradox and Trap podcast. Thank you all for listening. Hope you all have a great start to your week. Be safe, be healthy, take care of yourself, live life, travel a little bit, maybe fuck Chandler.
Yeah, maybe you better.
Great.
Yeah.
OnlyFans. And have a great rest of your day. Peace and love, everybody.
Goodbye.
Don't come on your iPod Touch.